So for good evening, everyone. Nice to see everyone, like people here. Dona Lúcia, far in Brazil, late. Thank you for being here and watching. Well, just introduce myself because many of you maybe don't know me. My name is Cristina, and I am here in California. I am from the Joana de Angelis Spirit Society, where I got to know Anna, my dear friend, when she used to live here. And it is just great to be here. Yeah, thanks to technology to keep us here connected, right? And thank you, Anna, for inviting me and even to give me the opportunity to talk about this wonderful lesson, this wonderful book. And let's start it, right? Okay, it's here. I might have to, oops, something frozen. Okay, so just to show you guys center to help with the donations. You guys have Smile Amazon, which is great. We have two. So this is great. Actually, here many ways to help your community, your center. And for this lecture today, we are talking about the chapter 132, In All Things, from the book Our Daily Bread. We commend ourselves in all things, in much patience, in afflictions, in hardship, in distress. Paul. And command is like, I always like to use go and try to understand words that it's not very common, at least in my vocabulary. And command is like a praise, right? Ourselves. And in all things, what Paul wants to say, in much patience, afflictions, in hardship, in distress, right? Let's go ahead that we can understand better what he's want to say. And I'm going to close this here. So Paul tells us that most adherents of the gospel do not seriously consider the religious aspect of life, except in outward worship activities. And I like this lesson because when we, at least I speak like most of us, when we go to church, when we go to the spirits meeting or any place that we know we're going to talk about Jesus and the teachings, we try our best, right, to behave and to look that good and that we are accepting those lessons. And then when we finish the spirits meeting, and this is for the host too, I include myself, and then or we go to the temples or the church and we leave, it seems that the fact that we left our home and we went we complete a task, and then after we leave, oh, okay, I'm done, right? Like I complete my my task today. It's like most like obligation, right? And if it and this tells a lot about us, especially here on this the planet of trials expiations, how difficult it is for us to go through the inner transformations. We still like to appear what we haven't conquered yet, right? Because in those transformations, it is difficult. It takes time and takes patience, right? And takes to know ourselves. And many of us don't want to look inside ourselves. We don't want to face the problems that we have, but longer we take to do this transformation and to accept our imperfection, that we are imperfect, and our vulnerability, right, on this planet, more difficult it is. Yeah, it takes because time never goes, time doesn't stop, right? And we have this incarnation, and we should take like every day when we get up in the morning, a great opportunity to transform ourselves. And reading that and thinking, and how much time we spend attending spirit studies. Let's put ourselves, we are spiritists, and hosting like I'm doing here, and studying books and doing, and not really absorbing all the teachings there, but just like going through. I see that like we are really self-sabotaging us, right? Because we are losing this really precious opportunity to take the time and really put that in practice, right? And definitely like denying like ourselves of the enlightenment if we don't practice those teachings, and if we keep only doing those I'm going there, I sit, I listen, if oh that's great, I have 3 studies per week and this, but it's not the quantity that's it, it's the quality, right? It's if I take at least if I study for 1 hour, if I watching a lecture for 30 minutes, and I take at least one thing that he caught my attention in that deck, and I put, I'm gonna work on this week, and then you focus on that, and then you work, and in the end of the week, you analyze what improvement you done, and okay, I need to work 1 more week on this, and go over 1 week and focus on that virtue that you want, or on that imperfection that you have that really bother you, the one you think, okay, I need to really work on this. It's small steps, but I think everyone heard this many times, that big accomplishments, we only reach them when we make those small steps. So why not make small steps and work, at least taking every lecture and every study. I'm taking one and I'm gonna work on that. So continue, né? Paul say here, many believe that it is enough for them to assiduously attend gatherings of the faithful. And we see this, it's a common human behavior. We tend to go and do many of the things mechanically, think that this is working for us. But back to the other slide, we are losing precious time and denying really ourselves of this enlightenment to really absorb the teachings, right? And this is like include all the for us, study books, and lecture, hosting, or sitting there and listen to others. And really ask ourselves, am I really practicing at least one teaching for each spiritual select I'm attending or hosting, or even what this, and when we start to analyze and have that time, even the end of the day, or even like when you're taking a shower or you eating lunch, and meditate in what I'm doing during the day. I'm doing these mechanical things, like I'm just going over one task, another task, but not really watching my behavior, watching how I'm talking with people, and even watching my feelings, analyze how I'm feeling. And continue here with Paul, the teachings of the Christ call for individual renewal and growth in all circumstances. Jesus does not never meant that he wants us to go to the temples and go to the churches and be praying or knee, right? And for him, he wants us to transform ourselves, right? Because that really was what will make us to achieve and to be happy, right? And it takes time. That's why we are eternal, and we have the like many lives that for going through. And again, take one, practicing liking everything at home, how I'm treating my family, how I'm talking with my family. And I go to work, how I'm treating my coworkers, how I analyze myself, like when I have people that I work that I love to be around some people I like, but there are some people that I avoid, or when they are close, you're like, I'm avoid that person because something I can't be close to that person. That's when we look at ourselves and have those feelings. That's that we need to meditate and ask ourselves, why I'm so impatient with that person, why sometimes I am like rude. So that's a precious moment to practice the teaching, practice the gospel. That's what when we study the gospel, when we listen to the spiritual lecture, that's the moment to put in practice and be really like a transforming ourselves. What can be said of people who are apparently contrite during public acts of their religion's creed, but who use profanity in the sanctuary of their homes? At the church, at the spiritual lecture, I am really that nice person. I treat everyone with respect and kindness. I get at home, I yell at my kids. I very impatient. So that what Paul was saying, what Jesus wants, like I said, in all things that we should acting the same, with the same moral, with the same practicing the same teachings, the same the patient, kindness, having tolerance. So it's one of the parts. It's so interesting that Paul's like was saying like unrestrained in happiness, and I felt like have to look at the meaning of that, but it's interesting because understand is very something you do exaggerate, right? It's like unrestrained, you overdo it, né? And unrestrained happiness, I don't think that's a real happiness. one one what he really means. I think it's just to watch also ourselves. I am showing other people this false maybe happiness, or I want to uh, make other people maybe like that I'm super happy. And then I thought about all those, at least I thought about all those medias, all those social medias where people post that they have a wonderful life, and that, and many people on the other side are like, oh my gosh, like I have so many problems, I can't have those amazing vacations like this. It's just to be humble, is what I said, and compassion about other people also that are maybe are having a difficult time, right? It's just humility is what, when I think is like humility, right? I think who is really happy is never loud, like to say, to show what how they are feeling, right? And faith in their doings, like I like that integrity. It's something that you do it right when no one is looking. I love this face, because what I'm doing when no one is doing, like no one is watching me, I'm doing the right thing, or I try to do the right thing only in front of other people. It's for us to think about also. And blasphemous in the troubles of the heart. Blasphemous is a very strong word. And when I analyzing this, is like troubles of the heart. Am I respect my feelings? Because I can look at my feelings and think of the heart like this sacred space, right? This I have to be honest, and almost like being this heavily that purity of the children, right? Children are very honest, very pure, until they get corrupted by our society, right? But and I thought about that, like this is a very strong message, but that's for us really to think about being really honest and pure in the things of the heart. Okay. And one message here, that it is crucial that disciples make themselves commendable in all things, demonstrating the excellent ideas that nourish them both at home, at church, in their daily activities, and in the public street. So let's really try to have this behavior kids steady in everywhere, because that's what Jesus is asking us, that to not be act according with the situation or with the people. And giving the lesson that gentleness, goodwill, cooperation, politeness, they are all divine aspects of the living prayer of a disciple of Christ. And in the book, and in the part of the lesson, Paul said Jesus does not want us to be, he doesn't even like once, okay, I'm going to have like 5 days a week attending spiritual studies and lectures. Oh, it's wonderful. You want to do it, studies that, but all that quantity in someone, kids, attending one or doing one, but is really practicing and really observing, it's what it really matters, right? So I give that, I go to my work, I have tolerance. I talk, I be honest with my children, I don't yell at, I I practice all this virtues with everyone that cross my day, and that's what the message of Jesus for us. And studying this, I will tell you guys, I already put in practice. Like I started to watch my behavior and watch myself, why I'm feeling like I have a difficult at work with someone, that pay attention that I can become better in that relationship with that person. Because if I don't feel good close to someone, there is something that it's for me to work. It's an opportunity. It's not by chance. Don't it's opportunity for you to work on feeling that it's there. We don't know, but meditate on that. And again, take one. At least one. If you can do two, it's wonderful. But take one thing from the legs and said, I'm gonna work this week. I'm gonna work. And in the end, you will see that you really progress in something, and in at least in that practicing that virtue, or even be more patient or more tolerant. It's just the way, the same way Saint Augustine, show how he done in the end of the day. He always analyze, and we can have different versions that it works for each of us. But I'm putting practice this, studying this message already has been like a really, really great for me. Well, time flies. I will again thank you. I'm very, very grateful for being here and talk and share with you guys this knowledge of Paul. And I will do a final prayer. And after the prayer, Anna will proceed with the Passe. Okay. Dear God, dear Jesus, dear spirits, our spiritual mentors, and the good spirits of the Chico Xavier spirits group that brought us here for us to learn. And thank you for bringing also our disincarnated brothers and sisters that are learning with us. We ask the good spirits that send good vibrations of love for all the homes, and for the homes of our brothers and sisters that could not be here today, and that we can also send a lot of good vibrations for our planet that are in so much need of our prayer and our good actions. Thank you, dear Master Jesus.